what's up guys? My name's Zoe.
And I'm Max, and we're full-time photographers and YouTubers living in our 1981 Ford E-150 camper van.
So let's go check it out. So come on and get out of the rain and take a look inside our van. So starting with the front half of our van, we have our storage and our kitchen area. On this side, we have 2 closets, which is pretty huge. Our first one stores all the clothes that needs to be hung up, and our second one is more for our adventure kind of things. There's skis, guitars, and stuff like that in the winter time, but right now, I think we have camping chairs and our toilet, which I'll show you in a bit. On this side, we have a beautiful butcher block countertop that Max made. We used to have a stove here, so right now we just have a false wall. We will be putting a propane tank in there eventually to have a stove, but for now we just use a camping stove. We've also decorated with a lot of fake plants and stuff like that. We are photographers and things have to look very pretty in here, so it is very important that we have lots of little details to play around with photos. So that is why we have so much decorations in here. We have so much storage in this van, we don't even know what to do with half of it. We have so many nooks and crannies to hide things. Down here we have all our kitchen stuff, and to be honest, it's pretty messy. We also have a false wall here, which has our water, but it's really hard to take out, so I'm not really gonna show you, but there's water bottles back there, so we stay hydrated. Moving back a bit, we have our fridge here, which doesn't work unfortunately, but it's pretty to look at. It's basically just a big cooler. So next to our closets, we have this food prep area. We will be putting in a sink here eventually. We have all the plumbing for it underneath, but we haven't had the time, and I also like having so much counter space. It's nice to have my iPad sitting up here and all of our decorations. Underneath, we do keep a lot of our kind of boring kitchen stuff like toilet paper, paper towel, dish soap. We have a first aid kit, and yeah, that's pretty much for down there.
Well, we're both photographers, and we've been traveling for a couple of years, and traveling out of your suitcase gets really frustrating. So moving between hotel and packing up camera gear, taking out camera gear constantly, that got really tiring for us. So we just decided van life is probably the best of both worlds, where we can travel, but we can also have all of our stuff with us. We don't have to keep on unpacking things. We, ever since we started dating, we've also been watching other van life YouTubers, so we've always kind of had this dream of eventually moving into a van together, so it's like a dream come true.
So moving to the other side, we have this little section. I love to do my makeup up here because there's a really cute mirror. We also have this junk drawer that just has all of our stuff in it. We have pens, we have portable chargers, anything junk drawer related is in this drawer. So below the fridge, we have one little storage drawer, and down here is our power cable. So whenever we are parked outside of a friend's house or Max's parents' house, we can plug in and charge our laptops and continue working. It's very important to have friends and family that will let you plug into your power, because living on the van, you either have to make your own or find a way to get it. So this is our way to get it. So now we are in the bedroom area. This is our bed. It's about a queen size bed, a double size bed. We're not really sure. We've never measured it. The bed also turns into a table, but we're pretty lazy and we don't end up turning it into a table most of the time. It's really hard to find a place to put all of your comforters and blankets when you are living in your van. On this side of the wall, we do have some cameras that we brought back from Bali. And of course, we've added more plants just to give that aesthetic feel to the van. On top here, we have a bunch of storage. It's really nice because the previous owners added a upper part of the van, so it is a raised camper van. And so that means we have tons of storage. And here we have a bunch of clothes. It's really nice to have your clothes organized in baskets and rolled up in rolls to really get all your clothes in here. I have, I think, 11 or 12 pairs of pants all rolled up in here. On this side, we have Max's clothes. We each get 3 drawers each, and Max has a lot less clothes than me, so his looks pretty bare. Like we said, we have so much storage in here that we don't really know what to do with all of it. Above the kitchen, we also have a bunch of pantry storage. So in here, we keep a bunch of our food. We have oatmeal. Oatmeal pretty much is it. We eat oatmeal every morning. And over here, we have apples, lemons, and avocado. We love to use these fruit hanging baskets to save space. And on this side too, we have some more pantry storage. So here we have our bowls. We actually have some fun camera mugs. They're super cute and they're from my mom. So thanks, Mom. Back here, like I said, back here we have a bunch of pantry food, a lot of ramen noodles, peanut butter, all that good stuff that you need in your pantry. We're very lucky and we have 2 massive closets, which makes storage even bigger. In here, I keep all of my beauty things and all of the things that you need in your bathroom, basically. All Tums when our tummy hurts. We have Squishmallows and all our clothes. We also keep a bunch of blankets down there for the colder months. It gets really cold in the van and we don't have a heater, so we have to have 7 blankets. So down there is 7 blankets. In this closet back here, we normally keep our skis in the winter time, but right now we just have our lawn chairs and we actually have a bathroom in here too sometimes. We have a portable toilet that we can use for emergencies, but we definitely try to find a McDonald's before that ever happens. I love the retro feel of it. I love introducing that in our photography. I think it's really fun merging the new age technology with the vintage feel. So I really enjoy just the look of it and shooting in here and all the white too. It's so beautiful.
For me, my favorite part is probably the height. It was like a must for me to be able to stand up in it. I've got back issues, so I don't want to be crouching at all. So that's probably my favorite aspect of the van, but also the retro feel, definitely. Moving on to the front of the vehicle, we have our cab. We just redid the carpets in here, which made a big difference. These here are the original carpets, which is super retro, but in the front, it was getting all rusty and gross, so we redid that. We wanted to keep the original retro feel to the whole van, so we haven't changed anything with the dash. We still use the radio here. Sound quality isn't the best, but it does the trick. Above the cab, we have this huge storage that goes all the way back to here, so we're able to fit big winter coats, or chairs if we need to, or anything big for storage. It gets kind of lost up here. All the seats and everything else here is original and it's really beautiful. We can't believe that it's not ripped after 40 years that this van has been around. So that's super special to us. And of course we have a blackout curtain to keep it private at night so nobody can look in from the front. We've installed a backup camera on the driver's side of the vehicle so we can see out the back, because otherwise there's not a lot of visibility in here when driving. And the one big change that I did to the front too was I installed a little power outlet here so we can charge our devices while we're driving just off of the alternator and the house battery. It's only 12 volt, there's no inverter, but we are able to charge some of our little devices as we're driving.
How we make money.
Yeah. Probably how we make money. It doesn't, it's easy to assume that we're kind of just like living in here and doing nothing else. But like the aspect that people don't usually see is us like putting in hours into our computers in Starbucks or going to the library to work and like all these type of things. So people are definitely confused about how we monetize this lifestyle. So this is our rig. We bought this back in October for $6,000 Canadian. We thought that was a really good deal, but then as soon as we drove it back home, it stopped working on us. So we spent the next couple months with the help of our uncle fixing up this thing, getting the engine going. We've got 2 batteries in the engine compartment. One's the house battery and one's just for the starter. So we don't have much power in here, but that house battery is able to power us for just our little things. Our van is covered in rust, but luckily the previous owner painted over it with green, so it's not so easy to see all the rusty spots, which is good. We do call our van rusty because of this, but it's all right. We have the outlets for our propane, but we took all that out, so now we just have holes that let in water, which is great. Moving around to the back of the van, this is my favorite section of the van because it's my garage. We keep all of our stuff in these back doors here. So we have all my tools, we've got our picnic baskets, workout equipment, some logs, all this is just storage that we need for outdoor activities, which is super helpful. We also have a table that we have here that comes out like this, and there's little supports that we can put in underneath. This is great for cooking when it's a not so rainy day like this, which is rare here in Vancouver, but it's nice to enjoy when it is sunny. The only other thing that we have on the outside of this van is our water outlet and inlet, And we also have 2 gas tanks, which is really great for long range trips. We're able to get a ton of range out of this despite it being pretty bad on fuel. And with fuel prices these days, that gets expensive. More power.
Yeah.
Like charging batteries, charging laptops and editing and stuff like that in here without having like a solar system or like a good battery bank has been really difficult. It's no fun like going into Starbucks all the time and charging up batteries and stuff. So that's probably like the main thing that we want to do next is upgrade our power system.
Yeah, definitely. And get a new fridge. This one does not work. So I really want a working fridge.
Yeah, that too.